Hello everybody, it's Rose and I'm back with another diamond painting unboxing. Today we're going to look at 4 diamond paintings from GBFKE and I am really excited about this. I have 2 in here that I picked and 2 in here that are Rose tries, and one of them that's a Rose tries I would have picked anyway. So let's get right into it. So today we have 6, 16, 617, 618, and 619. So we're going to start with number 616. And this one here is one of the ones that I chose. And it is a theme that I really like. It was available in a large size, and I thought, I gotta try it, and I'm looking forward to checking it out to see how it looks. So, okay, there we go. So this is a 45 by 85 round canvas. Oh, and it's okay. So before I show it all to you, I'm gonna flatten it out because it's clearly quite curled. So I'll do that off screen, and then I'll show it to you when it's flat. Okay, so I just want to show you how it looks as it comes. Before I get rid of some of the rolls. There are no creases in this. Like there's the rolling effect, but there's no creases in this whatsoever. It came through beautifully, so I'm very happy about that. Okay, you guys, are you ready? Here we go. Now all I did was pull back the plastic and flatten the plastic, and I rolled the canvas back on itself, and that was it. And it flattened out perfectly. And let me just tell you what my first impressions are, because I consciously did not look at it all before. I looked at it right now because I wanted my reaction to be fresh. And I like what I see. A lot of times when you get a woman in a kimono, so this is, what do I call this one? So this is number 616. It's called Japanese Girl. I think that's the name on the website, and I just went with it. I love images of women in kimonos, and I don't know why, I just adore them. I have a kimono that my ex-husband brought me back from Japan, I guess, probably 15 years ago, that has never once been worn. Sits in my closet, it hangs in my closet, but I've never worn it. I love them, but it's not something I would wear. But isn't this gorgeous? The detail is really good. It has 22 colors. We have DMC numbers. The butterflies look pretty well defined. Let me see if you can see it all first. Yeah, you can see, well, most of it you can see. Wow. All right, let's raise you up a little bit more. Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah, I really like this. I just thought that the blues and the umbrella and the clouds, and I just thought it would just be beautiful, and I'm not disappointed. I love the way this looks. Could it be a little bit less pixelated? Yeah, if it was in square drills, it would be, in this size, of course, it would be better. But I am very happy with this. The spokes on the umbrella look straight. They don't look all pixelated, which, when you've got something going at an angle like that, it's easy for it to look pixelated. You don't get that effect with this at all. You can make out even the antennae of the butterflies. I think it's fantastic. I'm really happy with this. Really happy with this. Okay, so what comes with it? Comes with 2 kits. Standard kits, no bags, that's okay. And let's measure it before I get into showing you the legend and so forth. So here we go. It is 39.5 inches across, centimeters across, so we'll call that 40. And 79.5, so we'll call it 80. Excellent. All right, let's take a look now at the legend and the drill field. So we'll go up to 1x here. So these all look really, really good, these letters and the symbols. I'm happy with the way that they've rendered it on the canvas. There is a lot of color blocking on this, which is fine. I don't mind the color blocking. And the fact that there's no guide circles just makes me happy, because when it's light colors like this, it's so hard to do color blocking using a multiplacer without risking the guide circles showing. But no guide circles, yay! All right, like look at the definition in those waves or folds or clouds or whatever it is that she's standing in. And I gotta admit to you, I don't know what the heck it is she's standing in. I just think it looks beautiful. It's kind of like dreamy. So let's just make sure that all of the symbols render well on the canvas. And I think they do. Just based on what I'm seeing here, I don't see anything that's hard to read. I thought that N might be hard to read, but it's not. Nope, this is really, really well charted. I'm pleased about the way they did this. Yeah. I mean, the butterflies look fantastic, I think. I'm really looking forward to doing one of these that has this type of printing, because there's 2 different kinds of printing that you get for round drill diamond paintings. And one of them is this type, where they take the image and then they superimpose over it the letters, and you know, so they're all circles, right, that have a symbol in them. And in between the letters, or in between the symbols, you see the lines from the original image. So those lines will actually show because they're not being covered by the round drills, right? That's the outside of the drill area. And so I believe that these are going to allow for the definition in the antennae, for example, that you wouldn't normally get if it was one of the round drill diamond paintings that have square blocks of color of the same color as the drill that you're going to use, because that doesn't allow for that the fine lines and stuff. So we'll see how that works. Those of you who watched my channel, I unboxed I guess I unbagged a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs diamond painting some time ago, and I was just blown away by the quality of it. And it was done in this style, where it's like they superimpose circles of the color that you're going to lay down over top of the image, and so you get all the detail of the original picture, pretty much. Like, look at her face. Like, you can see her eyebrows, you can see her lips, you can see her nostrils, for goodness sake. Like, that's terrific. I think this is beautiful, and I'm super happy with it. So I'll show you the other kind, depending on whether I get one of them in this unboxing. If not, I'll just pull one out of my stash and show you what I mean, because if I'm not explaining it well, a picture tells 1,000 words. Okay. So let's just go up here again. Like, you see how straight those spokes on the umbrella look, because even though some of the drills will not be in a straight line radiating out from the center, because of the way they've printed this, you get the line of the spokes from the original image, and that's what makes this work so well. I just think it's fantastic. I love this. Okay, so now it's time to take a look at the drills. Okay, so here we have all of the drills for this diamond painting, and as you see, they are mostly soft colors. There's this sort of brick red and a little bit of pink, some yellow, etc., but they're mostly pastel type colors. So let's take a look at them in detail. I just want to make sure that I have all 22 colors, and yes, I do. Okay, so let us start. Now there's an awful lot, holy jeez, there's an awful lot of this green. Number 10 is number 826. Oh my goodness. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, different bags. That's a lot. Oh my goodness, that's so much. And that is the eye that we saw in the background. So that is our predominant color. All right. Yeah, so this will be a joy for anybody who loves color blocking. And then we have, oh, did I say a bad drill? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm usually pretty happy with the quality of these, the drills that come in this packaging. You know, I can't say that I'm always going to love every set of drills that comes in this packaging, but I haven't seen anything I don't like so far. So now we're getting into, this is number 7. It's the J, also found throughout the background. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of that. And the J is 800. So tons and tons and tons of color blocking to be done. And this is the sort of thing that, you know, you put on a movie, or you put on a podcast, or you listen to the radio, or if you're talking on the phone with a friend or something like that. It's just the easiest thing in the world to do. So I already showed you that one. So let's take a look at this. Yeah, no, that's, I like this. I think the colors are lovely. You guys know I like, you know, the bright, vivid colors, but sometimes the softer, more muted pastel colors work the best for a particular subject, and I think they work the best for this. When I saw it, it was just a no-brainer. I had to try it. Oh, and we've got 3 bags of this blue, which is number 19, and that is $37.55. It was the Z that we saw on the canvas. So I was listening to a podcast while I was walking Pippi today, and it was, you know, what's the difference between theater, spelt with T-R-E at the end, and theater, spelt with T-E-R at the end. And essentially, it was just a short podcast from Stuff You Should Know. I love that podcast. They have like a short stuff podcast that's about 15 minutes that just gets into something that's pretty simple. And they have much more detailed podcasts that are like an hour or so long. They come out quite regularly, and the hosts are engaging. They're a lot of fun. Stuff You Should Know. Anyway, so it was talking about Noah Webster and how Noah Webster, an American, was very upset that even after the United States became independent from England, they continued to spell words the English way. And so he came up with, I guess it was called a blue-backed speller, which sold a ridiculous number of copies. And apparently is still available now. And he came up with new ways to spell words, American spellings for words. So some of the examples that they gave in the podcast were words like plow. The British way of spelling it is P-L-O-U-G-H. Webster said, why the heck is there a O-U-G-H when it should just be P-L-O-W? So that was one. And draft in the UK, it's, and Canada, well, sometimes in Canada, it's D-R-A-U-G-H-T. Here in the United States, it's D-R-A-F-T. He wanted to spell women differently. He didn't like W-O-M-E-N. He wanted W-I-M-M-E-N. Women, I think, or Y-N, I can't remember, or I-N, I don't know. Anyway, there were some of his ideas that took off, some of them that didn't. Like he wanted to change the spelling of tongue. He said, why is there a O-N-G-U-E? It should just be T-U-N-G. And so some of the spellings that he came up with were adopted broadly, and others were not. So in Canada, we kind of have a mix of American spelling and UK spelling. And there's actually a Canadian style guide for newspapers and other writers and stuff like that, which tells you how to write, using Canadian practice and all of that. So I'm digressing majorly here, but I found it a really interesting podcast, and it's the last thing I listened to. So I just thought I might as well share what I heard. So one of the things that Noah Webster decided didn't make any sense was words that end in O-U-R. So honor, color, valor, all those things. I think valor is O-U-R in the UK. I'm not sure. Maybe that's one that was always just O-R. Webster said, let's get rid of the U. And so in American spelling, honor doesn't have a U. Color doesn't have a U. Canadian style retains the British spelling, and so we do say color, or we do spell color with a U and honor with a U. We're never going to misunderstand what somebody is saying if they spell it without, but the correct spelling in Canada is with a U. I started this off because I said Z. Okay. So Z is one of those things that got changed by the Americans. So the Americans use Z, and those of us who follow the British pronunciation is Z. And so we, when we go to school, we learn WXYZ, not WXYZ. So when I say A to Z, that's why. Okay, English lesson over. So I loved that kit. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Let's see if I'm going to love the next one just as much. And the next one is number 617, and this is a Rose Tries. This is a Rose Tries that came to me from Jennifer, who loves flamingos. And even though I don't have a thing about flamingos, I thought, yeah, I'm down for trying this out. So, Jennifer, here we go. Let's explore the flamingos that you asked me to open for you. So once again, I gotta say I like the canvas for this one and for the Japanese girl that we just saw. Nice kit, simple, plain. Who cares? Like seriously, I don't care about a cheap kit. I'm very happy to be getting products for, you know, reasonable prices, and they would have to put up their prices if they were putting. Ooh, this one doesn't look bad. This one doesn't look bad at all. This is done with the same type of print style as the one that we just looked at. And they always look better. They always look less pixelated. So that's another reason that the Rose Tries program is a really good one. Because sometimes two diamond paintings of the same size, depending on which method is used to transfer them onto the canvas, whether it's this method or the other method that I'll show you in a bit. Actually, you know what? So I found an example of a diamond painting that's done the other way. So this one here is a birch forest that I recently opened. And you see how even though it's round drills, there's a square that you put your round drill on. And there's no lines drawn on this at all. So the only part of the image that you'll ever get is the color that's behind the drill that you're using. Compare that to this. I know it's upside down, but who cares? Compare that to this, where you can see the lines that are drawn around the circles that the drills will fit on. And that's what gives you the more true-to-life imaging. It allows some outlining to be done, and it allows a nicer, more crisp image than something like this, which I think looks nice. Like, don't get me wrong, but the printing style is completely different. This is completely made up of squares of color, whereas this is a combination of the circles where the colors that we're laying down go, as well as the colors that are drawn around it. So that's what I wanted to show you. Okay, so now it's time for me to flatten this out. I kind of left it right in the middle of flattening because I was on a mission to show you the other type of charting that's possible. All right. So I'm just flattening this out to get rid of any air pockets that were in the folds. So there's no air pockets on the bottom half. I don't need to flatten that out. And just turning it back on itself like this should work fine to flatten it more. Okay, there we go. That's nice. Now this one will not need any kind of ironing at all. So yeah, Flamingos is what I call this one. It's advertised 30 by 40. That is the canvas size. And I have noticed that some of the websites are, it's 25 across by 34 and a half, so 35, 25 by 35. Some of the websites are now including both the canvas size and the drill area on their listings for the various diamond paintings, which I really appreciate. Like seriously, I couldn't care less what the canvas size is. For me, it's all about the drill area. So I don't even know why they advertise the canvas size. What's that for? Anyway, so I gotta say, this looks pretty good. It has 21 colors. Maybe, well, definitely, if it had a few more colors, we would get some better definition to the feathers in the flamingos. But that's the only issue that I really have with this. Yeah, if they could add a few more colors of pink in here and reds, I think that would help with the definition on the feathers. Other than that, though, this looks pretty good. And let me take a look at it through the camera. Looks good through the camera, but like I'm looking here and it does look a little bit blobby. Like it's clear what those are. They're flamingos. But yeah, it does look a little bit blobby. I think the clouds render pretty well. And let me take a look at it from a distance. Yeah, from a distance, I stick with what I said about it needs a few more colors in here, because since the flamingos are all the same color, that is what you need to make them sort of be separate from each other. So that's the only thing about this particular diamond painting. By the way, when I was at the San Diego Zoo a few years ago, went on the tour and learned that flamingos are pink because of what they eat. I can't remember what they eat, but they eat something that turns them pink. When they're born, they're white. So it's the diet that makes them pink. Isn't that cool? I think that's super cool. All right, let's take a look at the legend. And the legend looks very legible. I like the fact that we have DMC numbers. Oh, let me zoom to 1x. Yeah, this is all very legible. Am I seeing 6 and S? No, I'm not. Okay. So I am having trouble making out this symbol here. I think it's an S. Oh, it's an E. Okay, it's an E. Okay, so that's an E. So that I think would have looked better if the print was in white. Like, because I'm looking at this and now I know it's an E, but it really looks like a 6 to me. So, but there are no 6s. So I'll know when I'm doing this, if it looks like a 6, it's an E. Yeah. There, I think, where's the S? I saw some S's. Oh, okay. So the S is pretty clear. Might it be confused with the E? I don't know. I think with a light pad this would be okay. I can't say without a light pad whether that would be a challenge. Like, I mean, when they're side by side, they're easy to distinguish one from the other. But if you just see one off by itself, can you tell? Yeah, you can tell. Okay, I think that's okay. The rest of the colors are all very easy to read. I'm just looking at this K. That's fine. Yeah, this is fine. It's fine. Okay, all right, yep. So to drill, this will be a pleasure to drill. No beefs whatsoever about that. Now let's look at the drills. Okay, so here we have the colors, and there are some really, really pretty colors in here, it looks like. Let's take a look. So 21, and here we have 21. No DMC numbers on the bags, but since they're on the legend, I'm okay with that. And I'll zoom in. And since this is a Rose Tries, I will tell you about the Rose Tries series. And that is where you send an email to me at ramblingrosedp@gmail.com. And you include in it a link to diamond paintings or a single diamond painting, I don't care, from any one of the stores that's listed on the screen, at the bottom of the screen right now. Send me a link and tell me what it is about that diamond painting that's got you on the fence about buying it. Are you not sure it's big enough? If it's got lettering on it, you know, maybe the lettering might not be clear. Sometimes the descriptions for diamond paintings are not as comprehensive as one would wish. And so, you know, sometimes we don't know if it's round or special shapes or a mix of round and special shapes. Sometimes they don't even indicate if it's round or square. In cases like that, I always assume it's round, but I could be wrong, right? And sometimes it's like often it's about the size and whether the size will actually allow the picture to look good when it's done. Now, some people have asked me when they're sending me emails for Rose Tries, they want to know if the canvas is going to be clear, like if it's going to be readable, especially if you've got vision problems. Having a canvas that is easy to read is absolutely critical to your enjoyment of your hobby. So I'll take a look at all of the items that you send me, and I do have people who send me, actually I've got one coming up from a viewer who sends me long lists of diamond paintings that she wants me to check out for her. And she and I have extremely similar tastes. So for most of them, I would say, yeah, I'll put it on my list. For some of them, I say, nope, not going to put that on my list. But in pretty much every case, they're diamond paintings that I would have chosen myself, and I thank her for bringing them to my attention, as is the case with the one that you're going to see later. So I didn't notice anything about these that, you know, freaked me out in any way. So I am assuming that all of those look good. If I see something that freaks me out when I'm editing, I will ring a bell so that you know. Okay, I'm going to put these drills away, and I guess I'll talk about the rest of the Rose Tries program. So I'll always let you know if I'm going to order your diamond painting. And I will also try and give you a sense of when I'll do that. So sometimes it's like, you know, I'll send an email after I've, you know, seen somebody's list or item, and I'll say, I just ordered it, because it's like, I happen to be shopping, I see the item, it's one that I really like, so it's like, yep, I'm buying it. Or I'm having trouble choosing, so it's like, okay, I know somebody wants me to try this, so I'll try it. Sometimes it's, you know, especially if it's something that I really don't personally like, I will say either I'm not going to get that because it really doesn't, you know, go with my channel. You know, it's not aligned to my channel. And sometimes I'll say, okay, I'll put it on my list, but it's going to be a few months before I order it, because I don't want you guys waiting, thinking I'm going to order something if I'm not going to order it. Because sometimes there's a time sensitivity. That's another thing. I got an email from somebody recently in the last few days, and she said, you know, she sent me a link to a diamond painting, and she said, you know, I'm planning on giving it away. Now, she didn't tell me when she was planning on giving it away, and it was not one that I wanted particularly to do. I didn't think it would turn out very well, and I just, it wasn't something that I personally liked. And since it's my channel, I have the right to choose whether to order your diamond painting that you want or not. Now, sometimes I do order stuff that I don't like because I think it's something that probably a lot of other people will like, and it's worthwhile to order it, even if I personally don't like it, because I think somebody else, or a lot of somebody else's, might like it. Sometimes I'll say, you know, I'm not going to order it because it's something that I don't show on my channel. Like, I don't show religious stuff on my channel. Although I just broke my own rule because I saw a diamond painting that I liked that was religious, and it's like, okay, I'll break my rule and I'll order it. But that's okay because it's my channel. And I've always wondered how those ones will turn out. Anyway, you'll see it in a month or two whenever I get it, because I just ordered it last night. Yeah, so that's essentially what the Rose Tries program is all about. You're not sure about a diamond painting, not sure whether you want to order it. Well, here's the thing. You do want to order it, but you're concerned that there might be something about it that then you're not going to be happy that you ordered it. So my job in that respect is to help you make the choice of whether to order it or not. So Jennifer, I would like to know, based on this review, are you going to order this? Because I'm kind of on the fence about it. I think it looks okay. And like you said, you love flamingos. So there actually aren't that many flamingo diamond paintings that I've seen. But then again, I don't search for flamingos. But I have not seen a lot of flamingo diamond paintings. Like maybe now that I'm, you know, attuned to flamingos, I'll start seeing flamingos everywhere I go. But I don't remember seeing a lot up till now. So if you really love flamingos, you really want to do a flamingo diamond painting, you don't care about putting it up or anything like that. You just want to work on it. You just want to enjoy working on it. Maybe this is it for you. On the other hand, I'm sure there are other images out there that you might like as much or better. So I would love to know what you think of this. And that's it for number 617, the flamingos. Let's take a look at our next item, number 618. So this is not a Rose Tries. This is just one that I like. And you guys know I like, well, maybe you know, I like Egyptian stuff. So I ordered some time ago and did an unbagging of a diamond painting of Anubis, who I mistakenly called Horus in my video, and I was corrected. And I appreciate that correction. I changed all of my records to call it Anubis, or Anubis. I don't know how you pronounce it. I've only ever read it. And then I saw this one, which is a sarcophagus. I call this one King Tut. No, I call this one Pharaoh. And I thought, okay, this is the example that I was looking for. I think this is the example that I was looking for. Yeah, this is another one of those alternatives to this. Okay, so you see how, let's just take a look at the bill of the flamingo here. You see how there's that, where is my finger there? There's that Z, and then the U, and another Z. And so those are sort of a light blue. And then around it, you've got the dark blue, which helps to define the bill of the flamingo. Contrast that with this, where what you've got is actually this is done in the same style, and I'm looking at the eyebrow here. So even though we've got those symbols there for the eyebrow, There's the drawing from behind it. There's the image from behind it that remains. So that's going to give a much better look to this than if it were done the other way. So anyway, this sounds so disjointed to me. I don't know if I can even fix it in editing because it's that disjointed. But yeah. So I am liking the fact that this is flat. I mean, it's got a tiny little bit of a curl here. This one is not as stiff as the others. I have no issue with the canvases that I've opened so far. Like the canvas itself is fine for all three of the ones I've opened. This one just has a slightly different feel to it. It's not quite as stiff. The legend is teensy tiny, and it does have DMC numbers on it, and the bags do not. So it's good to see that the two legends do have the DMC number on them. Let's take a look at the kit. So it comes with a bunch of bags. Yay! Happy about that. Let's measure. It is 25 by 34 and a half. So we'll call that 25 by 35. And I will tell you right now, this looks way better than I thought it would. So that's another reason why I love the Rose Tries series. Because this is like Rose Tries for Rose. I honestly did not think that this would look all that great. But I'm surprised by how good it does look. This over here, I don't know what you call that, a cartouche? I don't know. You can barely tell that it's a scarab. Yeah, I mean, that's a little difficult to read, but the sarcophagus here just looks beautiful. I love it. I'm really, really happy with the way this turned out. Oh, and I just noticed they're pyramids here. I never noticed the pyramids in the original image. I mean, they're there in the original image. I just never noticed them in the original image. The fact that I'm looking at it with my eyes, I haven't looked at it through the camera yet, and I see that these are pyramids and there appears to be like a sunrise or something like that in the background here. Again, just speaks to the fact that this is a really nice diamond painting. And if you like Egyptian themed stuff, you might like this. Okay. So yeah, I would say that the scarab beetle here is a little difficult to make out, but even in the original, it's not that clear. So, you know, not a big deal. And here, this, I don't know what you call that, is a little bit difficult to make out, but again, in the black and white picture that I'm looking at, it's also a little hard to make out. I will flash up on the screen the web image of this, the color image, so that you can make a comparison yourselves. But I think it's a really, really good rendering. Wow. Okay, let's take a look at the, and I'm gonna have to zoom here to 1x. I'm gonna show you at 1x, and that's at 1x. The legend is actually smaller print than the letters on the canvas itself. Let's go to 2x. And so I am not, oh, I think that's a yen sign. We'll take a look for it on the canvas. And an M. I think this is good. I don't see anything here that, you know, puts me off. I don't see anything that, you know, immediately makes me think, oh, I'm not going to be able to read that. So let's take a look at the canvas. So we have a bunch of color blocking here for the pyramids. So far, everything I'm seeing is very, very legible. We'll go back to 1X just because I like to do it. I like to do the canvas review in 1X so that you and I are both looking at it in real size. I think maybe that's an asterisk. It doesn't matter really because there's nothing else on the canvas that could be confused with as far as I'm concerned. You may disagree, and that's your right. But that doesn't bother me because I'm not seeing anything else that confuses me about this. So whether that's a yen sign or an asterisk, and actually it looks like it might be a 6-pointed star. Doesn't matter. There's nothing else like it. Or an asterisk. I don't know. Everything else looks good. I was going to say maybe the E's and B's are difficult to tell apart, but they're not. To me, anyway. I mean, again, everything is subjective, right? I mean, everybody has different visual acuity, and, you know, some of us use light pads, some of us don't. I think I would want to use a light pad with this. It's pretty rare for me not to turn on the light pad when I'm working. One of the projects that I've got going right now is a crystal drill diamond painting from Blushing Blackbird, and it is just magnificent. And I have not turned on the light pad once, and there's a few others that I'm working on right now that I have not turned on the light pad for. Okay. Yeah, I think this is really good. I love this. I am so happy with this. So happy, and wow. Wow. Yeah. I can't tell you how delighted I am about the way this turned out. So let's take a look at the drills now. All right, so I need 20 colors, and there is number 20. So let's take a look at them. And I don't have any ugly diamond paintings to show you today. So just a reminder, if you come across an ugly diamond painting while you're browsing any store at all, I don't care what store, or if you have a diamond painting at home that for some reason you consider ugly or a failure or, you know, really bad quality or whatever, send me the link if it's something that you found on a website, or send me a picture of something that you've got at home. Put ugly diamond painting or ugly DP in the subject line of the email, and I will be happy to feature it on my channel because I think that it's good entertainment for us all, and it's always good to get a laugh out of something. If it's not going to get us, you know, if it's not going to bring us the pleasure that we hoped it would, maybe at least we'll get a laugh out of it. All right. So these drills are looking pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I'm happy with this. They're nice and flat. I don't see any tabs. There's no flash. They look to be all the same size. Now, who knows, when we get into it, we might find something else, but no, this looks good to me. All right, I'm going to put the drills away and I will be right back. Alrighty, there we go. That is number 618, Pharaoh. Really happy with it. And now let's take a look at the last diamond painting for today. This one is a Rose Tries. And this one came to me from Crystal Diamanda. And Crystal is someone whose taste accords very closely with my own. And so I always love getting Crystal's list, because even though I don't love everything that she puts on her list, I like a lot of things that she puts on her list. And this was one that I definitely fell in love with as soon as I saw it. And if I can figure out how to open this up. All right, there we go. Oh, I was going to say this is like super stiff, but they actually scotch tape this. So let me just get the scotch tape off of here. I was going to say, how am I ever going to flatten that out? Okay. Some people don't like it when they get scotch tape on their diamond paintings. I couldn't care less. It's like, seriously, there's so many things to be upset about in the world. Scotch tape on a diamond painting is not one of them, as far as I'm concerned. All right, so this one here is called Flowers Girl on the website. It is advertised as, I think it's 45 by 45 is what they say it is. And I just thought it was absolutely gorgeous. It looks really, really muted here because of, the way that they've charted it. But I think when we get into the drills, you'll see that there is going to be some vibrant colors that will go down on this canvas. And I just really, really like the style of this. I think it's a beautiful image. Let's see how big it is. So it is 40 centimeters across and just shy of 40 centimeters up and down. So we'll call that 40 by 40. This is number 619 in my inventory. I think last night I ordered number 674 or something like that. Wow, it's just crazy how fast my inventory is growing. I was consolidating some of the worksheets in the spreadsheet that I track everything on. And so I decided, since I had to go through all of my diamond paintings to, do this consolidation, I decided I would start picking out diamond paintings that I will never do. So far I've got 3 that I've put in a box to sell or give away or whatever. And I have a whole bunch of others that I just haven't marked yet, but there are a bunch that I will be getting rid of eventually. And it makes me feel lighter. Anyway, so that is one that I'm going to get rid of eventually. Okay, so I like the fact that this came out nice and flat. And okay, this is one of those diamond paintings that I was trying to find as an example, where there's no drawing behind the drills. So there is a square of color. You put the drill in the center of it, and then there's no lines that are drawn anywhere that give further definition to it. Even so, I think this will look nice. It just won't have that same type of definition as we saw in the eyebrow of the Pharaoh that we just looked at. Okay, let's take a look at the legend and see what there is to see. So I like the fact that there are DMC numbers I'm not having any issues with the legend as such. Let's take a look. Oh, let's go up to 1x. Let's take a look at the drill area. And here's what I do like a lot. I like the fact that all of the letters, like all of the printing, is black on white. But then there's no guide circles, but there is a circle within the square of color, so you know exactly where to place your drill, but you're not going to have those glaring black lines. Now, because this background is, what's A? A is 645, so it's I think it's a dark color. What I'm wondering is, will there possibly be a little bit of white showing if I don't place the drills perfectly on the canvas? Maybe. We'll see. That's something I won't be able to tell you until I actually start drilling this thing. And I'm glad I'm almost done because the sun is shining in the window at a terrible angle and it's blinding me. I can barely see the canvas. But this looks really good. I actually like canvases that are done this way. I find that they are sometimes the most legible. So this canvas I could definitely work on without a light pad because there is nothing confusing here. Everything is absolutely clear. Yeah, I really like this. Really, really, really like it. The canvas actually looks better than the legend, because the legend has the symbols printed on the color, not on a white circle. And so they don't look as clear as they do on the canvas. So yeah, that's good. And then when we get it up into her face, we don't have the same definition, for example, around her lips, because the only definition there is those the squares of color around the drills that will go there. There are not the lines that are drawn from the original image. So, so that is something that might not turn out quite as well. Like, again, if we take a look at her eyebrow here, compared to this eyebrow. So you see how those dark blues in there, behind there, that makes that line that's going to help make this look like a smoother, less clunky, pixelated thing. That's the only thing about this, but I think it's going to look nice. It's a nice size. I think it's got enough definition to it. I like it. I really do. I like it a lot. So Crystal, tell me what you think of it. And the thing that Crystal wanted to know about this is the size sufficient? And I would say, yeah, I think it turns out really well in this size. I wasn't sure when I ordered it, which is another reason that I might say no to somebody. If I know that what you've sent me to try is not going to turn out, I'll just say, like, there's no way that's going to turn out, and it really isn't worth getting to show you. Like, you can take my word for it, or you can go ahead and try it yourself, but in my view, there's no way. Or sometimes it's because I think it'll look fantastic, or I hope desperately that it'll look fantastic, like this, because I love the image so much and I wanted so badly for it to look good. All right, let's take a look at these colors. And I can't actually see the colors because of the way the sun is shining. It's, like I say, blinding me. So I'm not going to be able to see what these look like until editing. So hopefully that will be okay. So I just want to remind people about oh, and I want to make sure I've got enough colors. This has 30 colors, which is great. So, and I do have 30 colors here. So So 1, 2, 3, 4. I wanted to remind people about the project of the month. So project of the month will start in March of 2021. And so in my last video, I picked a coin to do a medium/large project for the month of March. And I will include the link down below to that project. It was Bear in the Meadow from Spell Queen. Now I got it in a size, I think it was a 45 by 60. They sell it, they offer it in round and square drills and in multiple sizes. So I don't care if you're interested in drilling along with me during the month of March on that Bear in the Meadow. By all means, order it in whatever size and whatever kind of drill you want. One of my viewers asked me, said, like, I can't buy any more diamond paintings right now, but I do have another diamond painting of a bear. Can I do that as project of the month? Of course! I'm not going to send the police to your house. The whole idea of project of the month is for those of us who are interested in participating to just be working on something together and share our progress on our projects. So, like what I'm hoping is that, as you work on something, maybe you send me a snapshot every once in a while, or at least a completed snapshot or whatever. Send me a picture of what your drills look like when they're all kitted up. Whatever, like just something that I can share on my channel with other people during the month of March. So throughout the month of March, as well as rose tries and ugly diamond paintings, I will start posting progress pictures that I get from my viewers on their Bear in the Meadow or their reasonable facsimile thereof. And then every month there will be a new project. So at the beginning of February, I will pick a coin for a small project to work on in April. So I'm going to, so what I said in my last video was that I'm going to do small projects during even months and large projects or larger projects over 1,200 square centimeters in odd months. But then I thought maybe people would want to do both a small and a large project of the month. So let me know what you think of that. Like, do you want 2 projects of the month? In which case, in my next video, I will pick a coin for a small project for March. You let me know, and I will be guided by what you express as your preference. If you want to do 2 different projects of the month, I'm cool with that. Yeah, totally cool with that. All right, so like I say, I'm blind, so I can't actually see these drills that I'm putting up on the screen. I'll look during editing to see what I find. Okay, I think I have all the colors. I'm going to double check that right now while I put these away, and I will be back momentito. Okie dokie, so that is Flowers Girl from GBFKE. I think it turned out great. Crystal, let me know what you think. I did forget to show you the kit. So this one also comes with a bunch of baggies, which I'm always happy about. Let's just do a quick retrospective on the 4 that I unboxed today, or unbagged today. So 619, Flowers Girl, big thumbs up. 618, Pharaoh, big thumbs up. 617, Flamingos, this is a rose tries. I would say it's not bad. It's not horrible by any means. It would definitely do with some more color in here. And then lastly, Japanese Girl, number 616. I love this. So 3 huge wins today and 1 so-so. Again, I want to just ask Crystal and Jennifer to let me know what they think. And that's it. I want to thank Allie from GBFKE, who has been my ally since July, in bringing you just a broad variety of diamond paintings that are offered on the GBFKE website. I hope you check them out. I am very happy with the quality of the service that I get from GBFKE. Communication is good. The prices are good. And what's not to like? Shipping is very reasonable. I mean, these all come from China, and they generally come within a very reasonable time frame. So what more can I say? Check out GBFKE. The links to all of the diamond paintings from today are down below. I want to thank all of my patrons and all of my subscribers and viewers. If you're not a subscriber yet, please take a moment, click that subscribe button, and ring the bell so that you get notified when I post videos, because I'm not posting videos every day anymore, and so you might want that notification so that you know when I do post one. And I guess that's it, except to say I love you. I wish you a happy sunny day and all the health and happiness in the world. Take care, and I will see you again really soon. Bye-bye, my friends.